Hello, Ms. James. I'm Wendy Jenkins, and I'm a therapist. And I know that you've come here today because you have some concerns about your health, and there's some concerns about your family, and also your grandson. So I'd like to just take a few minutes for you to kind of explain to me a little bit more about what's going on with you, and and how you're feeling.
Well, about 5 or 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. Went through the chemo, went in remission. Now it's back more aggressively. My youngest daughter died a few months ago of an overdose of drugs, and now I have custody of her son. I did everything that I possibly could to help her. I tried to, as a little girl, give her all the love and get her all the Barbie dolls and just everything, and she still went and turned to drugs, and she never wanted to talk to me, and my husband kind of looks down on me for that, and I feel like they think it's all my fault, but I really, really tried to be a good mother, and now I'm dealing with my cancer being back. I really don't want to be here talking to you, but if I don't, my Medicaid's not going to pay for my other treatments. So I'm here, but I don't feel there's a benefit of me coming here. You work, you have your degrees, you have your money, you live in your big house, and I'm living off of Social Security, Medicaid, and like I said, my daughter died of a drug overdose, not a good mother, and I just don't feel like you can or will relate to me or understand what's going on, but I'm here because I have to.
Okay, and right now let me say I'm sorry for your loss. It's difficult when you lose a child. And also I hear that you're concerned about the welfare of your grandson, and also in how you can manage caring for him plus caring for yourself. And you've also mentioned that there's some financial issues that you're concerned with. And I sense, as you stated, you do have some apprehension about being here. And so our goal today is just to help you work through some of these issues, and hopefully we can help you see that it's not all bad. Things can get better. So let's first look at your issue of your financial situation and your concerns about your paying for your treatments or having to be here. Now, according to you, part of your requirement to keep your Medicaid is to come here for your therapy. Now, and you also are saying that you don't see the benefit of therapy.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you have another someone that you can confide into, someone that you can talk to kind of help you release some of your anger? Or
No, everyone in my family they blame me for my daughter, and my other 2 children just always bring up things when they were children, and I just feel like I was not a good mother. I feel like I was not a good wife, and I just really don't. It's hard for me to say all this to you, but I know I have to, because I don't know what you have to report back to Medicaid.
Well, let me just say that our sessions are confidential, so that you don't have to worry about me reporting anything to anyone. Okay? It is a requirement for you to be here, but what we discuss in these sessions are between us. Okay?
That's what you say.
Okay.
How would Medicaid know that I'm coming to these sessions and benefiting if you don't tell them anything?
Well, we don't have to go into detail as to what's being discussed. I just need to let them know that you are here. So again, what we say today is confidential, okay? And I hear you saying that you feel that you are not a good mother. or that you have some issues about being a good parent?
I had a daughter that overdosed on drugs and died. People take drugs to try to forget about things that happened in their life. If I was a good mother to her, she wouldn't have done. My other two children weren't on drugs. They didn't die of overdose. They're still alive.
But you also have to kind of look at the fact that as we grow up, we have choices. And while it's unfortunate that your daughter chose that path and her end result is what it is, it's not your fault. Because as we grow, you raise your children, you teach them the values of life and right from wrong. But once they become of age, it's up to them. It's their choice. So that sounds like something else that you and I need to work on, is the guilt that you may be feeling from losing your daughter. Okay? And so that could be some goals, or at least one goal that we would need to work on.
I'm going to do a better job with my grandson, Alex. I'm going to raise him better than I did any of my other children. He won't be able to say that he didn't have a good parent, because he was raised by his mother. She was on drugs for most of his life. So I'm going to be the best parent that there ever was for him.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good plan, and that could be a solution to help you work through some of the guilt that you may be having towards losing your daughter. Okay. And again, you also mentioned there were some financial issues. Tell me about your income.
I just get Social Security.
Okay.
That's the only income I get. My daughter never really kept a job long enough for Alex to receive any benefits from her death. So I'm living off of that fixed income that I get once a month. But he's 7. He wants certain toys. There's school fees and school supplies and insurance and doctors, and that's just for him, not counting my medical bills. And it's just a lot, where sometimes I feel like I'm even going to go to treatment because I can't afford it. And cancer's back, so why should I go? It didn't work the first time.
Well, one main reason for you to go back is what you stated earlier, is that you would be a better parent for Alex. So we have to focus on the fact that you do want to be a better parent for Alex, and in order for you to be a better parent, you have to go to treatment. Now, what you and I can do together is just come up with a list of resources to help you in order to be able to pay for your treatments. If there's any other financial needs that you have, that we can come together with and come up with some resources in order to help you meet that need.
So I don't want any assistance where they have to be all in my business and come into my house, and I don't want to have to deal with that. If they can, when I need it, just give it to me, I'm fine. But if I have to go through classes and people come to my house telling all my business and reporting this and making copies of that, I'll do without.
Okay, now there are some agencies like that do require a lot of information, and then there are some that is not. Are you linked to any churches? Do you have a church home? Maybe your church can step in and help provide you some of the financial assistance you may need.
I really don't want those people in my church home to know what's going on, because they make me feel like a bad mother too about my daughter. So I just am not comfortable asking any of them for help, because when my daughter died and I did ask for help, they helped, but I had to hear the comments and the looks, and I don't want to go through that again.
Okay. Well, that was just an option. We can look at other avenues in order to help resolve that issue. And another issue that is something we need to work on is depression. Do you feel sad or depressed?
All the time.
Okay. Now, have you saw your doctor? Medication?
I I take enough medicine. I don't need any more medicine. They told me if I come here to meet with you and talk with you, that will help and make me feel better. So that's what I'm doing. I have to keep my Medicaid, so I'm doing what they're telling me to do.
Okay. Well, once we work through some of the other issues that you're facing with, hopefully that depression will decrease, and then we can look at other things that can help you and Alex as you continue on with your treatments and being a newly caregiver, because Alex is 7. So you're going to have to just come up with some survival techniques in helping Alex to retreat.
Yeah, I think that would help if I knew what to do, because it's been so long since I've dealt with the child.
And it can be overwhelming.
And I think I would need someone to talk to or to help me with that. I don't know how that would help everything else, because that's not going to pay my bills. That's not going to make Medicaid tell me I don't have to come here. And I don't see how that'll help me not feel sad all the time, but it's for Alex, and I am going to be a better parent to him than I would for my kids, so he can't get on drugs or come back and say something is missing in his life. But I just don't see how that all is going to work together. So I'll work on whatever for Alex, but the other stuff can wait.
Okay. Well,